Something's brewing in the streets, and it's not just chants and cardboard signs. From soup-covered masterpieces to unexpected police retreats, these protests didn't go down quietly. They exploded, twisted, and shocked the world in ways no one saw coming. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be questioning who really had control.
Everybody hands up!
Fuck you! Shut the fuck up! Black Lives Matter!
Chicago on June 10th decided mass immigration wasn't enough drama, so protesters and police sprinted into a real-life sitcom showdown. Thousands showed up to yell, "No ICE!" and block traffic, and suddenly a car dives through the crowd like it's late for brunch. Cue the CPD in riot gear, slapping cuffs on folks trying to push past the lines. Bottles flew, tempers flared, and someone even tagged a squad car just because. Police scrambled buses, helicopters hovered, curfews loomed. The city became a game of whack a protester. 4 folks now face felony charges, 17 more got tossed in by night's end. Chicago said it wanted a protest, it got its action. Who needs Netflix when you've got loop-level chaos?
Fuck you! Shut the fuck up! Black Lives Matter! Immigrants are welcome here, no hate!
Downtown LA turned into a real-life purge movie, minus the masks and with more paperwork. Just before the city's 8 p.m. go home or go to jail curfew hit, cops on horseback charged in like it was the Wild West. Protesters swarmed. Journalists also swarmed. No media pass was safe. With non-lethal toys in hand and serious no-chill energy, officers rounded up anyone who blinked twice. Drones buzzed. Batons swung and the whole scene screamed, "We said bedtime!" Mayor Karen Bass wasn't playing this time. Protesters tried to stand their ground, but the LAPD brought horses, flashbangs, and a 10-10 level of intimidation. Moral of the story? In LA, when the curfew hits, don't get caught mid-chant.
Don't turn your back! Don't turn your back! Everybody hands up!
Where are we supposed to go?
Peoria turned into a war zone when protesters swarmed a neighborhood, convinced an ICE raid was underway. But the real target? A drug bust led by Homeland Security. As Peoria PD blocked roads for the feds, protesters didn't just yell, they got physical. One charged a sergeant, striking him before being swiftly tackled and cuffed. The cop? Unharmed. The suspect? In custody. Turns out, This wasn't immigration, it was about narcotics and smuggling. The chaos, fueled by false rumors. While emotions flared and fists flew, officials stayed firm. This was about crime, not citizenship. In a time where headlines blur fact and fear, this clash reminded everyone, don't mistake a warrant for a witch hunt. Peoria doesn't play soft.
What is worth more, art or life? Worth more than justice? Are you more concerned about the protection of a painting or the protection of our planet and people? The cost of living crisis is part of the cost of oil crisis.
London's National Gallery got a shocking wake-up call when climate zealots from Just Stop Oil lobbed 2 cans of Heinz tomato soup at Van Gogh's iconic sunflowers. The masterpiece was untouched, thankfully encased in protective glass, though the antique frame suffered around 10,000 pounds in damage. Phoebe Plummer and Anna Holland, decked out in Just Stop Oil tees, glued themselves to the wall and demanded, "What's worth more, art or life?" Their stunt, meant to spotlight fossil fuels, sparked global outrage, yet more protests followed after their prison sentences, 2 years and 20 months. It was bold, reckless, and polarizing, a fiery reminder that climate activists are ready to paint the town red, literally, to get attention.
What is worth more, art or life? Worth more than justice? Are you more concerned about the protection of a painting or the protection of our planet and people? The cost of living crisis is part of the cost of oil crisis. Fuel is unaffordable to millions of cold, hungry families. They can't even afford to heat a tin of soup. Millions of people are dying in monsoons.
Come on, leave the area, move! Leave the area!
LA said no kings and the cops replied with no chill. What started as a peaceful protest against Trump's policies turned into an action movie, minus the popcorn. Thousands hit the streets chanting, waving signs, and demanding change. Then boom, fireworks, bottles, and here come the horses. LAPD didn't hesitate. Tear gas? Check. Rubber bullets? Rubber. Yup. Giant horses pushing through crowds like they're late for a rodeo? Oh yeah. Protesters ran, sneezed, got cuffed, or all three. The 8 p.m. Curfew didn't help either. If you weren't home, you were hunted like a GTA character. In the end, it was less No King's Day, more Game of Thrones Downtown Edition. LA doesn't play, especially when politics meet pepper spray.
Come on, leave the area, move! Leave the area!
So you drop a summit, add POTUS rolling in, and sprinkle in some protesters, and boom, downtown LA turns into WWE's newest ring. As Biden's motorcade creeps in, one bold protester dashes out with a megaphone straight into the street like they own it. Secret Service zeroed in, tackled her to the ground, and LAPD piled on to help with the takedown. No punches thrown, but definitely some face-first action. These folks were marching to protest the Summit of the Americas, snubbing Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua. But this takedown stole the spotlight. In classic Fox 11 fashion, it's not about diplomacy, it's about you don't cross the road when POTUS is coming. Summit or SmackDown, you decide. Portland State University transformed into a scene from Driver Dodge's Protesters 2 when a white Camry floored it toward a pro-Palestinian crowd, then ditched the car and unleashed clouds of pepper spray like it was auditioning for an action flick. The driver swerves, the protesters scatter, one brave soul shrieks, "Get away from the car!" But he braces and peppers anyway, like self-defense. Portland PD says, no one was seriously hurt, the car stopped before impact, and the driver sprinted off before getting cuffed and evaluated for mental health. Protesters didn't stand idle, smashing windows and tagging the ride with graffiti. PSU ended its day with a dramatic exit and a dash of campus chaos. Ends with a manhunt cameo. Nothing says trailer park rodeo like a huntsman launching over a gate and plowing into a protester. Sam Jones, astride a trusty steed, gave a verbal heads up. "Move, I'm jumping." Next thing you know, horse lands square on a hunched saboteur instead, full bovine on human action. The woman ends up bruised and shaken, but alive. Her only souvenir, a few aches and that expletive-laced greeting as the horse stomped off. Cue the investigations, outraged onlookers, and a huntsman trying to say it was self-defense. Spoiler, charging a human with a horse is bold. In the end, it was less about trail trekking and more about trail busting. The moral? Maybe gate warnings should be sent via text next time.
Right now, that's your city. This is how the sheriff works. Get on the fucking road.
This Nick Shirley short is like a wrestling highlight, only the wrestlers are a cop and a protester, and the ring is Hollywood bluffed. Officer gives a solid shove, protester bounces back like on a trampoline, repeats the move, and finally gets eased to the ground. Classic loop. No signs of fireworks, but enough grit to make you say, "Where'd you learn that move, Chuck Norris?" What started as anti-ice heat kept it low-key. No bottles, no batons, just pure push power. By the end, both stand, both glare, and the camera pans off like nothing happened. Protest level, simmer. Crowd mood. All right, who's grabbing popcorn? If this is the new protest choreography, sign me up, just for the laughs.
Now that people are trying to block ICE from leaving this place.
Right now, that's your city. This is how the sheriff works.
He's gotten thrown a few times by the police. This guy right here just got pushed by the police after he's pushing at them. Police threw him down, and a lot of the police coming through here today.
They're fascists. Quit their goddamn jobs.
Get on the fucking road.
These are the same streets where the riots took place in 2020.
Belarus, tons of riot cops, one brave protester, and an Uber-worthy moment. The guy sprints madly, plunges into a cab waiting at lights, and the driver just goes, "Hold my steering wheel." He mounts the curb, weaves around traffic, and ghosts the police like a boss. No fair. But major street cred. Social media lost it. Base taxi. Crazy taxi. And even Reddit worshipped the driver with love. Authorities later said 364 protesters were detained that day, but this driver, he detained fear, not fair. Heroic split-second calculus. Don't charge your fare, charge your life. Belarusian cabbies, unlocking achievements since Lukashenko's shady inauguration.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by lefties, I know. That's why I'm here. Can profit off of what you do. Get your hands off of me. Get your hands off. Get your hands off.
Don't touch me. That's just unlucky. Bye-bye.
Wow, look at this guy.
That's a public order. Look at the weirdo. Look at
It started peaceful. Palestinian flags waving, chants echoing, Arabs standing in solidarity. But across the street, a small crew of loudmouths showed up not to protest, just to poke. "Go back to your country," one muttered just loud enough. And that's when one guy, normally cool, turned real spicy. Cue the finger pointing, the creative curses, and a voice loud enough to scare off pigeons. Was it dramatic? Yes. Was it earned? Also, yes. If you spend your afternoon taunting peaceful protesters, don't cry foul when someone turns up the volume. Moral of the story? Let people protest in peace or be ready when the calmest guy goes full volcano mode. Because sometimes silence isn't weakness, it's just waiting for the last nerve to snap.
Why would I need to catch up with my friends for? Yeah, I'm surrounded by lefties, I know. That's why I'm here. Can profit off of what you do. Get your hands off of me. Get your hands off. Get your hands off.
Don't touch me. That's yourself. Don't look you. Fuck you.
Do it again, I'll punch you.
I'm telling you. Bye-bye.
Wow, look at this guy.
Bye. That's a public order. Look at the weirdo. Look at